it's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And there is truly no end to it. Everywhere I look, I see a hot mess. This is a concern. Now, normally I wouldn't, obviously, I haven't torn into this because doesn't it look great? It does. I mean, it's so poofy and full and fabulous, but it isn't to scale. It's not proportionate with the garden anymore. It's also starting to crowd onto my patio. The Aeonium kiwi is blooming out, and yeah, I mean this needs work. So if you've got an area in your yard where you feel the same way, it just seems runamucky, let's tackle it. I mean, honestly though, look at the way this crassula undulata has knit in with the Aeonium kiwis and these Aeonium urbicum, and the way I've got, you know, like these sedums popping out. This is what I call a tapestry or a quilt. This is kind of what my process was when I came up with that term from the very beginning, because it reminds me of a quilt. So as you can see, I'm torn. Part of me doesn't want to tear into it, but common sense tells me I should. So I want you to be confident, because I'm sure you're torn sometimes too. And I want to show you that we can still make magic. Okay, so just be bold and start diving in, you know, and sometimes you will find treasure. Ooh, I found a little echeveria harmsii. How cute is that? Got sedums. And see, as you're pulling things out, just set them aside, group them together so you know what you've got. These all went in originally as cuttings. Every single one of these plants was a cutting when I started. And that should give you guys confidence knowing that this will, you know, continue to thrive and be great even after I pull it all out and start it over again. Also, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking that maybe it's been 3 years since I planted this section with these plants. That's a guess, but I think it's a pretty good one. And look at that. That crassula undulata, I was able to pull that out with my hands. Not a whole lot of root system to mess with or to deal with. And that's always a plus too when working with cuttings. This giant stand of Aeonium. Oh, there's even a flagstone under there. Good grief. Sometimes it can be really hard to know where to stop too, so this really is advanced design in real time. I'm going to go ahead and continue pulling, and hopefully that I can make a seamless transition as we move around that side of the bench. Y'all may have noticed that we have a fire pit here, and Greg built me out this wonderful bench, and we do like to use it. So turns out that I don't remember intentionally planting this out right here with all of this, but you know, clearly I did. But I am looking at it with fresh eyes now, especially after I uncovered that little piece of flagstone. I'm realizing that initially and originally this was part of the entry to the fire pit area. So I am going to support my original design plan, and I'll move through this area. I'll pull more of these pebbles to, you know, to finish this off, because the rock always makes it look intentional and finished. Then I don't really want to see the edge of the bench. To me, that just looks a little bit unfinished. And I have all of this. Look at this. I mean, you get going with succulents for a minute, and before you know it, you have enough succulents to literally plant out the entire universe. So, which to choose? I am going to go with this Aeonium But you know me, I am not going to go with it as a rooted plant because I am way too lazy to dig a hole right there, A. B, there's a sprinkler right there. And C, I am in no hurry for this to continue to grow. So by working with it as a cutting, I am slowing down the rate of growth. So I don't have to deal with it again anytime soon. So I will take my handy dandy multi-tool and just scratch up the soil a little bit. And then I will take my hunk o Aeonium. And there we go. How's that? How's that look, Han?
Very cute.
Hannah says it looks very cute. So there you have it. Now, this has opened up, you know, obviously a lot. I have to deal with all of this. So tomorrow we'll do that. We will figure out together where all this crap is going to go. Also makes me realize that the plants that I have that are growing under the bench have run amok. So that's going to have to be dealt with. The plants on the other side of the bench that are blooming out need to be dealt with. But I feel really good about what I did today. I feel really good about opening this up. Again, you don't know till you try. So many of you also are commenting on our succulent cats. We have 3 cats. We have Thing. Thing is the black cat. He's about 15 years old and been with us since he was a tiny baby. We have Sassy, who is the little kitten that you saw yesterday that Hannah featured. And then we have Wolfie. Now, Sassy and Wolfie are recent additions to the family. Greg and I were up at our Northern California property, and Alex and her boyfriend, Lauren, decided it would be really fun to get a couple new cats. They're going to, you know, get married someday, move out, and get on their own, and they'll take them with them. We all know how that is. So that's how we have acquired 4 cats. 3 cats? 3 cats and a dog. So yes, we have a house full. Here's our beautiful bouquet of Aeonium blooms. This was my wedding dress bouquet from a few days ago. You can see that those blooms are still happy, happy, happy. The bees are happy, happy, happy. So never be afraid. If you don't like the look of the blooms on your plants for whatever reason, you can always pot them up or plant them up in a vase and enjoy them anywhere, inside or out. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, reporting from her backyard. We'll see you tomorrow. It's been your succulent tip of the day.